Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt are actually secret lovers, and I've got some proof on video that I want you guys to see. Guys, make sure and click the plus sign. I'm gonna have more information coming about this case, and I don't want you to miss it. Sound off in the comments and tell me what you think. And I have a few videos like this going up today. There are some TikTokers and people who are displaying different things that look like it could be evidence that these two were in a relationship. Now, if you guys have been following this story, then you know many people think that's the case, because how on earth did this woman convince this one to hurt her kids? And from what we can see, almost seems like she got complete control of her life, like some type of cult leader or Svengali. And people want to know, is there more going on? On top of that, we had Ruby's cellmate speak out, and she said that Ruby acted smitten with Jodi and even a little bit obsessed. Like she takes all of her direction from Jodi and what's going to happen. So I want you guys to look at this clip. Take this up. By the way, the account, I died when I saw the name. It's called Moms of Truth, and then has this like emoji doing this, like this funny smiley. So it's from Moms of Truth, which apparently that was the connections, or that was a group that she had when it comes to connections. And those were people in there who were following the teachings. And I guess a lot of people have spoken up and gotten kicked out because of this situation. I think it's still active, but this is from Moms of Truth. Check this out. Tell me what you think and we'll discuss.
See, this is where connection comes in.
Secrets I have held in my heart are harder to hide than I thought. Maybe I just wanna be yours. I wanna be yours. I wanna be yours. Wanna be yours. Wanna be yours. Wanna be yours.
Hey, is it just me, or does Jodi kind of give off the vibe? And if you look at that, here's the thing, because people could say, oh, they're just friends, whatever. But if you look at the way that they're interacting, especially like, look at the way that Ruby looks at her. Remember, that cellmate said she looks smitten. There are times that's absolutely what she looks like. Let me tell you what I think could be happening. So what I think could be happening here is that Ruby realized she had issues in her relationship, which we know she and Kevin went and got therapy, right? They went and got counseling. So that makes perfect sense. Well, I think Jodi, seeing how much money she has, the success she has, and the reach that she has, decided she wants it for herself. So instead of focusing on fixing the couple and helping them heal in the best possible way, she said, how do I get between these two? And how do I get what I want from her? And part of that, and this is where you have to be really careful with therapy and therapists. They have all your secrets. They have all your information. I think if this was the case, she ended up using all that information that Ruby gave her about herself, and she now knows all the strengths, all the weaknesses, not just in their marriage, not just with Kevin, but specifically with Ruby. So she could manipulate Ruby. And in part of that, I think she gave Ruby everything she wanted and needed. I think Ruby probably felt she was lacking emotionally from her husband. They'd been together for a really long time. I mean, obviously they've been hurting their kids, and that can just happen over time when things are very stressful and very chaotic, especially if you were to have that many children, especially if there's work involved. We all know if you don't put that energy into keeping your relationship in a positive, healthy direction, it can break down very quickly. So I think instead of actually fixing things, she took all the information and decided, I'm going to be that for Ruby so I can manipulate Ruby and get what I want. Because you also have to remember, these people are Mormon, and the Mormons are highly against the LGBT in the most awful way. So I think, though, that with Jodi, here's the thing with Jodi, you have to understand about a psychopath. And a lot of narcissists and sociopaths operate this way, but I do think Jodi has psychopathy, in my opinion. It's rules for thee and not for me. So it doesn't matter what she espouses, doesn't matter what religion she's part of. The rules don't have to apply for her when she doesn't want them to, and there's always a reason, a justification, and you need to go along with it or else. It's typically how people like this operate. But I want to know, do you think that the video we saw showcases the fact that they were probably in a relationship? And the worst part is, shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. The only reason that it does matter is because of how hateful their organization is against those people. And isn't it interesting? Don't protest too much. It seems like the people that like to scream about how awful it is are the ones doing things behind closed doors. Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt have a promo video for the Connections business, and it's telling, and I want to show you guys now. Apparently, this wasn't shot too long ago, and this is when Jodi was training people to be these mental fitness counselors, or whatever label that she's putting on it. And it's interesting because so many people are saying that they think these two are in a relationship. I want you to watch the video. Tell me if you saw anything weird, if you see their interactions a little bit strange, and what else you pick up on. And one question I have is, to the women who are in this video, I want to know, what are their thoughts? We haven't heard from any of these people or this group that she has called Moms of Truth. What are their thoughts on this whole situation? Take a look and we're going to discuss.
Oh, it started.
There we are. Hi, we are live in Mapleton, Utah at a home of somebody who is learning how to be a mental fitness trainer. And we have Ruby here. And Ruby is a part of the original 10 women that are being trained to become mental fitness trainers. So Ruby, you want to tell us about what a mental fitness trainer is?
Yes. So we are getting mentally fit the same way your body would get physically fit by running and lifting weights and working with a personal trainer. We are getting ready to be your mental fitness trainer. We're getting truth, really easy to teach. We're making it very simple, boiling it down to principles. That's how you're going to understand truth, is really knowing principles, being able to put words to it and help you, and you're going to feel so much better.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to span over here. We've got, I can't see. There we go. Tori and Shari. How are you feeling about what you're getting ready to go out and do? Teaching truth to the world.
Excited.
So excited.
Excited.
Yeah.
Coming to a town near you. And here's Kim and Jess.
Hello.
Becky, Liz, Michelle. And then we got Johnny over there. Johnny.
And Johnny.
And Johnny. And me. And
There's
Pam. Did you get Pam?
No, Pam's over here.
Pam. Hello. Johnny is our male person who comes in and does the role play for the male, so we can practice. So he's quite talented to do the role plays with us. So we appreciate Johnny. Johnny's a man of truth as well, and he's also a mental fitness trainer. So glad that you're with us. And any of you who are interested in becoming a mental fitness trainer, we are going to open that up to train other people. So give us a call or email us at support@connectionsclassroom.com, and maybe you can come to the next retreat for the.
Come work out with us.
That's right, come work out.
Put you to work. Bye.
So the video kind of seems innocent enough, but these two just seem really, really chummy in it. And I do have some questions. To the women who were seen in this, and even that guy, where are they? We haven't heard from them as far as I'm aware of, or she has a group called Moms of Truth. Where are these people with all this? And I know some of you are in some of these groups. Let me know, sound off in the comments exactly what's going on in these groups and what people are thinking there. But it's also interesting because this one seems really controlling. Even though it comes across really nice, it seems very fake and very forced, kind of like fake smiles. Is it just me? That's kind of what's coming across to me. And I love that she's like, we're coming to a town near you. Nah, you're behind bars and you can't even get bail. So I saw that and I had to giggle a little bit. But I want to know what you guys think. In watching this, do you pick up on any clues? Does it look like there's more going on between these two? And what is going on with these original people who were in this video? I'm very curious. Ruby Franke's nephew speaks out and talks about what were the warning signs and things they saw going on with Ruby. I want to play this clip and you can hear it from his own words.
Shocking new revelations in the child abuse arrest of mom influencer Ruby Franke, who shot to fame chronicling her life with her husband and 6 kids on her YouTube channel, 8 Passengers.
I'm going to take you through what our routine has looked like.
Today, Ruby Franke's estranged husband, sisters, and nephew are all breaking their silence about her stunning downfall. What was your reaction when you heard about these charges?
Disgusted, horrified.
On her YouTube channel, the Utah mom was known for dispensing eyebrow-raising parental punishment, like the time her 8-year-old daughter forgot her lunch at school.
Hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.
But nothing could prepare fans for the jailhouse jumpsuit-wearing mom's court appearance after she and her new podcasting partner, Jodi Hildebrandt, were arrested on felony child abuse. charges.
Miss Frankie's being held on a no bail hold.
The women had been offering relationship advice on their podcast when police say Ruby's 12-year-old son escaped from a window in Hildebrandt's Utah home.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry, and he's thirsty.
Matthew Franke is Ruby's nephew.
Did you see any red flags that made you think that makes sense?
Not really. We always thought she was kind of weird, like a little bit on the stricter side, but nothing that screamed abuse.
Ruby's sisters are also speaking out.
We are in complete shock still as to what she had done because we had no idea of what was happening.
I am beyond disgusted. It is truly unbelievable.
So the first thing I want to point out is it just me or does he kind of look like Ruby? He kind of has like that Frankie look. And by the way, that's not like negative or positive. I do think they are a beautiful family, but I just saw that. I'm like, you look kind of similar to her, which would make sense. It's the nephew. But he seems to be echoing what we've heard from everybody else. And everybody else says that they had no idea. And typically it's, well, they were weirder, they were stricter, they were this, they were that, similar to what he said. What I find interesting is I think if you weren't close to the situation or watching the YouTube channel, I could understand more of those thoughts. The ones where I think a lot of people still have a hard time with are the sisters. By the way, I'm not even giving an opinion here of my own because I know that there are a lot of people who watch me who support them. And my heart goes out to that whole family and I feel for them. However, a lot of people are still very upset with them because there are videos and there are things where they saw what Ruby was doing. They saw the progression of Ruby withholding food from her children. And from what I remember, there was a sister who even partook in that. And nobody said anything. And I can understand them saying when it comes to connections, we didn't know. But they knew other stuff was going on before then. And that's why they're still getting a lot of heat. And I think until the sisters actually acknowledge those parts, people are still going to continue to be upset with them. Although I do agree with the sisters. They didn't do all this and it's not their fault. However, so many people are upset because for years they tried to ring the alarm and nothing. And in fact, there are some rumors coming out that I may cover, and that is that she and her husband, Kevin, were huge donors to so many different things in the area of Springville and where they're from, that they think that's why the cops never came out and investigated because they had people in their back pockets simply because of the money they made. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about what the nephew said? What do you think about the sisters in this? What do you think about these two maybe having the cops in their pocket? By the way, that's not a diss to police whatsoever. I'm just telling you those are some rumors and some things that are coming out that make a lot of sense. Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Click the plus sign. I've got